Okay, welcome back, everybody. It is Wednesday. We are doing a viewer suggestion. Ooh, let's get everything set up here. Oh, why are you over here? You can be on that screen. Okay. Let's get drinks set up. Should probably put on the correct glasses. Where did my pen go? There it is. All right. Mwahaha, welcome in. Just a moment. No problem. How are you today? We're doing the viewer suggestion. So if you've not put your suggestion in yet for the from the community post, or we're going to put one in chat, I'm going to warm up by drawing some rugbies. Little tiny gobos here. Warm up here. Hope people can hear me now. The microphone is working. Maybe Days were going pretty well. Got a lot of work done this morning. Got everything kind of set up. Your boy is satiated with TV, so he's got a sketch pad and some snacks. So hopefully today will go pretty good. That's my plan. I just realized now that my tablet is covered in sticky boy handprints because I had toast earlier with honey on it. Now it's all over my monitor, so that's great. Okay. That should be better. Better. Just everywhere. I gotta clean up everything. All right. Okay. I think we're gonna just jump into it today. I'm feeling okay. These are okay rugbies. They're not super great, but I like the sketchiness of them, so I think we're just gonna go with it. It feels like a pretty good warm-up. Let's see if we can get some. There we go. No, I don't like any of those. There we go. Okay. So the way this works is I have all of the suggestions from the viewer community post on a list. I'm going to roll some dice. Dice gods will decide as soon as we draw. Then we'll just go from there. Whoa! Kid, that was so loud. What was that about? You okay? Great. All right, rolling some dice. Here we go. Sylph sorceress of an air bloodline. Sylph sorceress. Okay, that's all we got. There's a really long thing there, but Sylph sorceress. Let's do blue. What's up, kid? Why? What are you doing? Why are you pushing my chair out of the way? What's going on? We're not going outside right now. Corvus, welcome in.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been, what, 2 weeks?
Maybe more than that.
Maybe.
I think it was for the 3rd.
Right. How you feeling? How's the weather?
Hot, muggy.
Boys being...
It rained while it was sunny the other day.
Yeah. I went to Boise and I think I got a little bit of sunstroke. Heat stroke. I got too much sun. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think sunstroke would be correct.
Bionic welcome in. The boy just yelled really loud and then ran out of the room. I'm gonna go see what that's about. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness. The boy was trying to climb into the cabinets so he could get the sprinkles. Because he wants to eat the sprinkles.
Are you muted, Rip?
No? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I couldn't hear you if you were talking. So, sorry.
I wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, I said the boy was...
I don't think...
Go ahead.
I don't think we're being heard on YouTube.
Uh-oh. Let me look. Let me look. No, I think we're there. I think we're good. Someone give me an F in chat. I can hear? Okay, thanks, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's like no delay then
Interesting.
in the video and in Discord. So
Weird. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go yell at the boy. Oh my god. He's just in rampage mode now for some reason. Once he gets the idea that sprinkles are an option. The world is just...
oh, never mind. I think there's a weird setting that I've turned on that mutes any video when I'm like in a call on Discord.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't know where that is from or like how it's happened, but it's just I kind of just forgot about it, and then I turned up the volume on your video and I just couldn't hear anything. So I was like, uh-oh.
I'm here. Hold on a second. Okie dokie. Let's try this again. Have you heard from Druid in a while? I haven't seen you guys in like 2 weeks. So
I was talking with him earlier, but he said he had to go.
okay. That's
So.
good. Ba-de-doo-doo.
I was talking about some of the new stuff I saw from the new rulebook that comes out at the end of the month.
The D&D Shorts guy, who I'm not a fan
Which
of.
one?
The
D&D
D&D
Shorts?
Shorts, yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking about the new rule set for D&D. And they're doing some weird stuff. They are doing some weird stuff, so like that's fine. But it really feels like they're just re-simplifying the game again, which I don't know if it's necessary. But he was saying that the new backgrounds are very boring. I think that's his take on it. Because
They've always been boring.
Yeah, yeah, and I think the other side of it is he was saying that the sorry, kid's screaming right behind me. Because they're removing like a roleplay component of it, it feels more like the backgrounds are just kind of pigeonholing people into stupid things without having any real benefits, and so it's like. But it also sounded like he was saying that like he was upset because you can't min-max stuff anymore. And so I'm like, I don't know how it's...
And that's probably the case.
Yeah. Like, it seems to me like this is nothing that you couldn't just homebrew anyways. Like the 2-to-1 plus 2 minus 1 thing, or plus 2 plus 1 thing. Plus 2 minus 1 is Pathfinder, sorry. Is... in my mind, way more forgiving than anything else. And then the backgrounds would give you like a weird quirk of your character instead of stats. And now I think what they're saying is the new background stuff is how you get your stats, and that's bad. Is what his argument is. Which maybe that's true. I don't know.
I know you would get feats, and the feats give you stats.
Okay, maybe that's
the
how.
new
Maybe that's
version.
how. works itself out. But I'd probably have to rewatch
At
the
least
video
most
again.
feats give you stats.
I kind of want to dig into it. I haven't really looked at it. I just got charged
Yeah.
for more D&D Beyond, so I probably should look at it.
Yeah, since you're paying
Since
for
I'm
it.
paying for it. But yeah, it's... I didn't realize how much they were going to change, but also that's totally fine. Like, I don't actually care.
Yeah.
So I'm of the mind that if it's something that you don't like, just change it. Who cares?
Yep.
Make sure everybody at the table's having fun.
Yeah. And that should be number one thing. Is everyone having fun at your table, including the GM?
Yeah. Yep.
But, yeah, so some of the new stuff from the new book that comes out, which they have, like, people who were given limited preview copies were
This is Pathfinder,
making
right?
videos with them. Yeah.
Okay. Just clarify.
Magus and... Yep. Pathfinder 2nd Edition. The Magus and Sorcerer are officially getting their remaster in this book.
Hooray!
They're no longer that dumb bonded spellcasting BS, which no one liked. Which is where, like, you lose spells, like, as you level up, basically.
That was a little weird. I
You'll
didn't
only
fully
ever
understand that.
You only ever will have 4 spells at a given time of that spell list, or spell casting type.
I never fully
Not counting
understood that.
cantrips.
I built a
Yeah.
level, I want to say level 5 or 6 Magus, and played it without leveling up. I never leveled up with it. It was just, and it was okay.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't seem very weird, but I never had to fiddle with any of that. So
They now, let me just preface this. I'm going to say something you're probably going to have a visual reaction to, but you're going to have to let me finish explaining.
I'll let you go. Tell me when you're done.
So, the Magus and the not Sorcerer, but Summoner now have, like, the Psychics spellcasting, which means it's limited, so you'll only ever have 2 spells slots per spell level. But you don't lose spells. Because they very much wanted to keep the idea that they are limited spellcasters, but do away with the bonded spell list. That's the best, and so far the Psychic is the only one who has that type of spellcasting in the game, and that's why it's kind of referred to as the Psychic spellcasting. They're not actual
Gotcha.
psychics.
Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yep.
So they are supposed to be more like cantrip casting warlocks, which I think is good. I think that is a good way to look
or
at
like
the Magus.
one of these half casters.
Yeah, because like I really like the Magus concept, which in 5e, like the closest thing was really like the Eldritch Knight. Like the Eldritch Knight did a really good job because like don't have very many spells, but they're all like based around your weapons and using your weapons, and I love that. I literally love that. The Arcane Archer was another one that was kind of close for the concept, but it's just a little too limited.
They've also added 2 new like subclasses for the Magus. One is for firearms, using spell.
Okay.
Doing a firearm to do your spell strikes.
I like that.
But it is different. It is different enough from the way of the spell shot like class archetype, where like both have benefits and like you're never gonna have the crit range of a way of the gun, which like a gunslinger with it.
Is good because then you don't get free crits on fireballs. Like that's
exactly.
that's
and so both have benefits, both have downsides. So like it's like which one do you want more? So. And then they finally added a subclass for the Magus that lets you do dual wielding.
Interesting.
A lot of them have been like limited to having like a weapon, and a lot of times it's just straight up a sword in one hand and an empty hand. And so like they finally let made a subclass where you can like actually get benefits for dual wielding with as a magus.
Okay. I want wand slingers, man. Let me read this. Did you see the new decision in PlayStation? I mean, they're not going to sell the CDs for the games and just sell digitally. It's annoying. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Like, Microsoft did that a while ago. And part of it is, like, there's very few people I know that go out and buy the games anymore anyways. So it's not going to change much. But for the people that do need to trade discs and stuff, it's going to severely hurt them. Like, it's a huge issue for the not just the community but also like the reselling market. Like they're basically killing off GameStops, right? Like that was the thing with Xbox when they did that, where they tried to do that. So I think it's generally a bad idea, but I also understand.
Like,
do you want $80 to $90
expensive.
games, or do you want no disc? And it's like those are both really really different things.
Yeah.
Because if you're sorry, I'll just say this and then I'll let you go. If you're a person that like only thrives off the secondary market, like you don't buy new games, this is catastrophic. This is awful for you, and you're not going to play them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are the people that are being affected, and they're not, and those people don't pay any money into Sony. Like they're just. Like, Sony never sees their money. So they're getting rid of a part of their community that doesn't pay them, and that's why this seems like a good idea to them. Even though it's, like I said, really, really damaging to the community, part of the community that needs it. So we'll see what happens.
I was just gonna say, like, they even, like, kind of punish people for, like, trying to, like... Weird. I just heard a weird noise.
Did you hear a bump bump?
No, I heard, like, a big, loud, like, whistle sound.
Oh. Yeah, that wasn't me.
Or squeaking sound. I think it was someone outside. Like, it's actually more expensive to buy, like, a PS5 with a CD player, disc player in it, or reader, than just to buy, like, essentially a hard drive. It's basically all you're buying.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do it anymore, to be honest. Like, the, from a strictly technological perspective, it doesn't make sense. You save so much money on shipping, on manufacturing, on production, on physical space needed to have a game system. Like, it's so much cheaper now to just make a PlayStation with a bigger hard drive to hold everything, or keep things in the cloud until you want to play them and download them, because the internet speeds are so fast now that it in most situations it doesn't make sense to keep doing it. And unfortunately, the biggest downside to that is that you can no longer share anything, and that is a problem with the renting mentality that I think needs to shift in the next couple of years. And once again, this is a really great example of where I was going to say crypto, but that's not right. Maybe it is. My brain doesn't work right now. Blockchain? Is that the right term? Shit.
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to go for.
NFTs. This is a great example of what NFTs should be. If every single game came with a serial number, which they already do, right? Like that's the biggest thing. And you could say, hey, I'm going to send this game to Corvus, and it would take its hash code and disable it on your system and give it to Corvus, and then Corvus has it until he sends it back. That solves the problem, right? It's like, hey, can I borrow your game? Yes. The problem is right now the way that works is if I use my code, they activate it on your account, and then they link it to your account permanently. And it's like, don't do that. Stop doing that. That's scummy. Please stop. So, like, that's the biggest problem with it. It also impacts a lot of countries since they don't have the PS stuff locally. Yeah, like that's the other part of it. But once again, it's like it's part of the community that the PSN, which is where most of their money comes from, is not making them any money. So It's almost all the secondary market that's getting shafted. I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I just realized how twisted this lady's body is. Hold on a second. I can fix this. We're gonna do a quick bodyectomy here. Oops.
Exactly bionic. Exactly.
There we go. But they hate consumers. They hate some consumers. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you really have to look at it from a perspective of... I'm not trying to... Sony, stop your dumb shit. Fix it. Right? Like, I don't agree with what they're doing. I think it is stupid. But if you look at it from a financial perspective, it makes total sense. It makes total sense on what they're doing. I think there are much better and more elegant solutions to keep those communities alive. But it's not really beneficial for them to do it. Like, it doesn't benefit them at all, except that people are kind of mad about it, and people's memories are short. So
yep,
that's the biggest thing.
Yep.
The company is not losing any money for getting rid of that part of the community. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Lots of companies are making decisions that some people don't like lately.
Yeah, I think the companies are seeing the writing on the wall, and so they're trying to like eke out as much profit as they can before everything implodes. Which sounds really fucked up, but like that's where we're at. I think in the next 10 years, corporations are either A, going to take over a huge chunk of everything, or get ban-hammered into the ground. And we'll see how it goes. Because the monopolies are starting to eat themselves.
Yeah.
And we'll...
I was referring to the Paizo's decision, but like that's also like a nothing decision. But everyone's making it out to be the worst decision possible.
What Paizo decision are we talking about?
So Paizo has officially like canceled their partnership with Archives of Nessus.
Oh, interesting. That's a weird choice.
And it's because they are hemorrhaging money. And Archives, where they were official partner, if they made any money, they would send it directly to Paizo as royalties.
Okay.
Because they got the books and art to use for the website for like free, basically. And with the whole diamond stuff and the litigation that's been going on, they've been just losing money.
Go get your cup. Kid,
and since Archives was probably... And I think Archives admitted themselves like, we've not been able to pay royalties.
It's the same. It is the same.
For a good while.
It is the same.
Oh, sorry. The boy has been fighting me all morning because he'll bring me I have like Kirkland sparkling water. He's like, I want this. I'm like, I've already put some of this in a cup for you. And he's like, no, I don't want the cup. I want the bottle. And it's like, it is the same stuff. He's like, no. And so he'll go and get a new one and be like, open this. And I'm like, you already have an open bottle and a cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So let me catch up. So they're hemorrhaging money because of the diamond thing, whatever it's called, the company.
Yep.
Which I totally get.
And JP Moore, yep.
I totally get.
Where they've had to lay off people, and they've
I will defend Paizo in this situation. This is a great time to lay people off. It's like, hey, our company doesn't have the money to pay you because the thing we were going to sell for the next year went away. We lost a year's worth of revenue. we can't pay you. We have to lay you off. That is completely reasonable. It sucks, but it's reasonable, right? And now they're stuck in litigation trying to figure out what's happening with their books, right? So that is a thing. That is a
Which
thing
is costing them more money.
Right. Yeah. They're going to have to decide when they either cut bait or really like fight to get this stuff resolved. Because technically, yeah, JP Morgan should be on the hook for either replacing their books and saying, hey, you know, we need to get these from you because it's our stuff. Or if they're saying, no, this is part of the company that we're consolidating, it's like, then we need to be part of the agreement to where you give us the money that you get from those books. And it's like, both of those are shitty options. Like, it just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Bankruptcy is never good for the people that have the stuff. It's only ever good for the people who don't want to pay it back.
Also, like, one Paizo isn't a massive company like, say, WotC.
Yeah.
And so, like, them losing 12 employees hurt them.
Yeah, I think it's like, they only have like 3,000 employees, I think, altogether. I want to say, which... that might
not
not
a
be
lot.
right. It's not a
when
lot.
you're a publishing company.
Yeah.
So basically, Archives was basically getting all the PDFs like free early, so like they could put them on the website the day of.
Mm-hmm.
And if they made any money from donations or from like ad revenue, it was to be sent back to Paizo as royalties.
Interesting. I wonder why they would cut bait then. Like, if for people don't know that term, why they would cut ties with them. That's a better way to say it.
But Archives has admitted they've not paid royalties. Like, they've not made enough to pay them royalties.
Okay.
So Paizo is like losing out on money short term by sending free stuff to Archives. But again, everyone's like, and according to Archives, and that instead of just like banning Archives, they are just changing their policy with them. They're now like you're going to be using this policy, which means you can post all the rules for free.
Okay.
But like not the day of. You cannot put any of our art on your website.
Interesting. So they're basically pulling all of their licensing, is what it sounds like they're doing.
Yeah. And like what lore they can write, they have to like tweak or paraphrase.
Interesting. I wonder what that's...
It's called like the community use license.
Okay.
So, or community use policy.
Yeah, that's interesting. I look forward to seeing what they're actually doing with that, because it sounds like there might be a weird technicality that they're kind of leaning into, and it could be because they're trying to consolidate what they actually own so they can maybe push that more. Ooh. It feels calculated, but I don't understand the end game, if that makes sense.
Yeah. A lot of people are not understanding it, and it's like, well, yeah, we don't understand because we're not employees of Paizo making these decisions, or lawyers making these decisions for Paizo.
Let me see. Sorry. Maha says, I hate mostly because my sister can't move our CD games to the PS5, and now we're stuck since we grew up with the PS because it isn't affordable where we live and the community is now. Trying to cut PlayStation, and I don't know how to explain it, though. Yeah, I mean, no, that makes total sense, right? I think that's kind of what we were saying. Is like there's this area of kind of PlayStation... Ooh, kid. PlayStation is screwing over part of the community that they don't really care about, and that's the shitty part. It's like, hey, you should care about these people because they like your stuff. And it's like, yeah, but they're not making us money, and so it's rough. I think it would be better if they fostered that part of the community, and there are definite ways to do it. Like I said, with blockchain technology, and I'm not saying that like that's good. But this is a great use case for non-fungible objects. But yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird. So it's a greed thing, right? They think, oh, if these people can't buy the secondary games, they'll buy the full price games. And it's like, nope, that's not the case. That is not what will happen.
Yeah. But needless to say, I was on the Discord yesterday for that Paizo, and so many people dooming, so many just shit stirs.
Yeah, that's kind
of like, oh, they're people just like saying, oh, this decision is the same as like Watsy's decision to like pull the OGL. I'm like, no, that's not what this is. This is probably a desperate decision to shore up any type of funding they have. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Not saying the decision doesn't suck. It does. Because that means, like, archives won't have the rules the day of, but they also haven't had the rules the day of in a while for a lot of things.
Yeah.
But they will still have it, and unfortunately, Demiplanes will still have the rules the day of.
Oh, I forgot about Demiplane.
It's just,
I hate Demiplane.
I don't mind it for looking at the rules. I hate their character creator.
Yeah.
And the guy who started it kind of just sucks. Because he started D&D Beyond, sewed it, started at Demiplane, sewed it. I think he's now over either at Fantasy Grounds or Roll20.
Which I hate both of those too, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the choices that are made there. OGL was much worse by far. Yeah, but I don't think these are even on the same level of comparison really, because the OGL was very much a cash grab. This is I think they're just gonna refiddle with stuff. I can't actually, like I said, I can't see their end game. Because that doesn't really benefit them.
They could always just
Yeah.
There was probably a decision that was made that it had to be done. And again, they could also reinstate that partnership later on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe once they either get their money back or their product back.
Here's my bet. Now that I'm thinking about it, I am betting that some of the people they laid off were the people that set up the projects to send them this stuff. It's like, hey, we can't physically make sure we're getting this shit to you on time because we just don't have the resources to do so.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if they had like a liaison or someone that would package that specifically for them, that's costing them money, which I think was good. It was good for the community, right? But they're like, hey, we have to cut back on these things until we get our shit back together. So.
Because like everyone was getting the rules from the new books like free the day they were released.
Mm-hmm.
As like, if you're trying to make money, that's not always the safest business decision.
Yeah.
But like, it seems like it won't come into effect until January 24th. So like, there will be like, I think 3 books put on the website before then, the day they're released, and after that it'll be like 2 weeks after each release. It's like, that's not bad.
No, I think that's totally reasonable too.
It's just that we won't have art for all the monsters, which that some of the monsters don't even have art for them.
Yeah, and like,
So.
Those are something you can buy. Like the packs for those, for Foundry, which I thought was really cool. I bought some of them.
Yeah.
But the fact that you could also just download them for free and then put them on Foundry, I was like, oh, you're just paying for the convenience of not having to do it yourself. So like, yeah, I don't know. I'm hesitant to be mad at Paizo because I don't feel like they're not grabbing for money. They're they're trying to keep their head above water, and that's very different than
Yeah,
a lot of the other shit that's been going on
exactly.
with people.
But like,
Whereas,
there are just
you know,
people
Ron,
wanting
welcome
to
in.
stir up the kettle, and
I was just, man, I don't know if it was, I think it was Hank Green I was watching the other day, and he was basically saying, like, he was talking about misinformation, so this is a little out of context, but he was basically saying, like, there's a good chunk of the internet which is just there to stir shit up. Like, it doesn't even matter what you're saying, and that's part of the ecosystem of social media to well, for in his case, spread misinformation, because it doesn't matter if the thing you're saying is good or bad. It's just the fact that it is divisive is all that matters to get the clicks. And that's why, like, a lot of people kind of buy into that too by the clickbait mentality, right? Like the very much like, I'm just here to say this person's name slightly wrong, or like the video you sent yesterday, where it's just like, I'm going to purposefully cook this like an idiot because I know people will click on it. I'm not actually giving out good content. So I think that seeps into a lot of, I'm going to say, professional social media people. And by that, I don't mean like bots or influencers. Influencers do this, but like, I think because of that, people are just kind of naturally doing that without thinking about it too. And so they can take something like this thing happening with Paizo, and instead of using any critical thinking about it, they post their immediate gut reaction, and because that's what they're trained to do. That's what people have been trained to do, instead of like, ooh, let's talk about that. Like, what do people think about this, right? It's just like, I'm mad. And it's like, great. you didn't add anything to the conversation. You're just adding to the noise of it. Twitter and Tumblr, yeah. So I think that's the big thing. It's like, it's always good to, you know, sit on something and think about it, and then, or ask questions. That's the biggest thing to me. Is like, I wish social media was more of asking questions, and waiting for experts to weigh in on it. Because I think everything we've talked about here, like, we're all speculating. But really, what we should be doing.
And like, Paizo hasn't made a statement on it yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so like, and with considering the fact that so many people use the archives, and people like say like, hey, respectfully send Paizo your feedback on this, because they do read them. They're that small of a company that they have like people who sit and read and monitor the message boards that are not bots or AI.
I've told you to apply for Paizo, right? Like, Paizo's literally like 10 miles from my house. At the most, I think, yeah. I think their office is in Renton. But I really do. I applied for them a few times for different things. I never got a call back on it. But I'm not really, like, I'm not a writer. So a lot of that stuff is not something I would be doing.
That's sort of like why I never applied. Like, I'm not a writer. I have no idea how to like work in that type of situation. But yeah. I feel like Tumblr has gotten out of the business of stirring up shit. I think it's just now Twitter.
Tumblr is just kind of
and
dead.
Instagram.
That's the problem.
Tumblr is now just a video sharing, or not video, but art sharing station anymore.
The people that are still there trying to, like, I think the big thing is Tumblr went super hard on moderation. They really, like, they started banning and not sharing content that was kind of spicy. And by that I mean, not just mean nudity, but just like anything that was kind of divisive. They're like, meh, against the rules, and so people just stopped. People just straight up stopped.
Which I don't mind when I want to, like, just chill.
Tumblr was a cesspool for a little while, so.
Oh yeah.
And now all those people are on Twitter. Once Twitter was like, you can say Nazi stuff here. People were like, ooh. And Tumblr was no longer unique. I'm not saying that Tumblr was, you know, super racist or anything. I'm just saying the level of divisiveness that you can say on Twitter now is basically unfiltered.
Insane.
You can say
Yep.
anything, and they just don't care. And that's terrifying to me. Once again, free speech, great thing. Not applicable on social media.
Nope.
Very different things.
20 plus to the government.
Should you ever be arrested for anything you type on Twitter? Probably not.
I don't know. Depends on what.
I mean, there's limitations there, right? But like, the government shouldn't be checking Twitter for things to arrest people for. It should be like, hey, this guy said something really fucked up. That's against the law, right? That's different. That's different than free speech.
Yep.
So, and that's the difference. You're not protected from the reaction to shit you say, but you should not be able to be persecuted for shit you say that isn't a direct threat or, violent.
But also, as a government body, you should.
Vive la revolution!
If a person wants to, tell you that you're dumb and idiotic for your opinions, that's their opinion. They can say whatever they want, just as much as you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're infringing my personal, my freedom of speech. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm expressing mine. You dingus. But anyway, happy thoughts, happy thoughts.
You said happy thoughts, my brain went somewhere really bad.
Oh,
not like perverted, like insensitive and horrible. And it was a meme. It was a meme about some politicians. So we're gonna pass. We're gonna walk away from that.
Yep.
If you know what I'm talking about, it's talking about snickerdoodles.
I don't like snickerdoodles.
I say snickerdoodles and I think of macarons. I don't know what a snickerdoodle is out of the top of my head. Is it one with coconut?
Snickerdoodle is a sugar cookie covered in cinnamon sugar.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But I've not had one that I've liked, I should say.
Can I say something weird that might be insensitive, but I don't think it is? I mean, I'm being genuine about this.
Sure.
I think now that you've gotten some stuff done, things might taste different to you now, and it might be better. You might have to try some things.
You're not wrong. So you're not wrong. I have noticed things do taste a little differently, and it kind of upsets me.
Yeah. Sorry. Like, they're bad, or?
Some of them are bad, or they're just for I hate to say it like this. For dietary reasons, I switched to zero sugar Pepsi, and I really liked it. I now kind of hate it.
Oh no, yeah, that's
and it's like no. And so yeah, I might have to find something new.
Yeah, I think I'm done. With this. I've gone pretty far with this. But there's
48 minutes on it.
Yeah, this is a fun one. So, yeah, I had a bunch of friends that had some dental work done, and they were like, my palate is just completely different now. Like a lot of people want my. I don't want to say that either. One of my family members. I don't want to give away specific information. One of my family members was basically like, I hated drinking water until I got my teeth fixed, and now all of a sudden, water doesn't taste bad anymore, and that surprises me. And it's like, crazy. Crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. You have to try some stuff. It might be different.
Yep.
Let me do this, do that, save this. I'm gonna write Ariel, but that's not right. Aerialist? No. It starts with a V. No.
I know a sylph.
Sylph. That works. Actually, sylph is right, but I don't think that's the right word, is it?
I mean, if it's like the Pathfinder air genasi, then yeah, it's a sylph.
They might have just been air. They might have wrote air genasi. That could be confused. Yep, sylph sorcerer. You're right. You're right. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if they said their water tasted bad, like, yeah, my mind went to like, you might have some really bad gingivitis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was the case. That was the case for them.
Yeah,
It was like their teeth were awful for most of their life, and they were just like, water's disgusting. I hate water. I can only drink soda. And then it was like, they got their teeth fixed, and they're like, water doesn't taste like anything. It's like, yeah, water's not supposed to taste like anything. you were just tasting your teeth your whole life, and that's sad.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice again. Depending on the water, some water tastes amazing. Yeah, I used to, growing up in Idaho, there were some places that, like, the well water from my grandparents' house was amazing. And then the groundwater that was, like, from Council, Idaho. It's this very small city. It was the most disgusting water I've ever tasted in my life. And, like, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was weirdly aerated and kind of, like, dirty.
Oh.
Not good water. Not good water. All right. Big, scary-looking cyborg, warforged, lizard folk, barbarian. Cyborg. So we're drawing like Mecha Godzilla here. We can do that. Best water I ever had was natural mountain spring water near a house in Pennsylvania. Nice. Nice. Yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself. Tibbers, welcome in. Stream bugged. I don't know if it's just me or the global stream unbugged itself. I don't know. Let's check a look. Sorry, I had to run. Deal with the boy. A bugger to do. Okay, we're drawing a lizard. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. I gotta hang out with my sister's bearded dragon this weekend. That was pretty fun. Just kept giving me the stink eye. The boy was not impressed by the the lizard. He's like, I don't trust that thing. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, also the Necromancer's coming out soon.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Runesmith.
The Runesmith sounds like something up your alley.
I've not heard a lot of people talk about it, so
I really
there's
think
an article that I need to read.
Yeah. Read it and we'll make a video out of it. How's that? Why? You should play a word wizard.
Wargamer.
Are they supposed to be Viking-esque, or are we thinking something different?
Well, considering the iconic is a robot,
Interesting. Okay.
I don't think Viking is necessarily. When they mean runes, I think they're meaning the language of magic, because that's sort of something they have been leaning on more. Is the rune lords were tapping into truly fundamental things about magic, which are runes, not necessarily dwarven runes, but just the magic writing of the universe.
Okay. Cool. So a little deeper than just the Dresden books are really cool because there's a lot of Norse characters in it that all use they use runes, but what they do is they etch runes on tiles, and then that's a spell, and they use it in different ways. That's how rune magic works.
That's sort of what they do as a class. That you can inscribe a rune or multiple runes to create a runic word and have it go off as an effect.
Cool. That's something that I like and dislike about the alchemist. Which I guess it doesn't matter, actually. It can work both ways. I like the concept of a wizard that... let's say you have 3 spell slots a day, but you have a week to prepare, so you have 21 spells. Because if you use those spells every day to, store them in something, I like that. That's basically what the alchemist can do. But it's a little more complicated. What are you doing? Oh, I've trained the boy too well. He just wants all kinds of stuff. Nightside Devil Divination has me excited. Ooh, tell me about that. Nightside Devil Division. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's like, so the alchemist doesn't have to use their spell slots to make a spell or make a permanent potion. I think
Because they don't got spell slots.
Yeah, they just have infusions, which, like a magic item creation, you need somebody that can cast the spell. But I don't know if they actually have to cast the spell. If that makes sense.
So, a lot of times it says you have. I know in one it always says you have to provide a casting of. Like, could that just mean you have a scroll of it and then
Correct.
use that scroll?
Yep. And the scroll is usually consumed. And in 3.5 and older editions of D&D, crafting magical items was like, you have to cast this spell into the totem you're making every day for a month. So it's like, this takes up a spell slot for a month. And it's like, okay, that's interesting. So yeah, like the rules are a little vague and you can kind of do whatever you want with them. But I like that concept of like, today I'm going to etch this rune and then that's permanent. And I have it with me forever. But if you play a game where you can, I take a year off and I make 3,000 fireballs. And it's like, okay. Great. That's a little excessive. Dominic, welcome in. In my Pathfinder group, the Alchemist player early on was bragging about how it's impossible to run out of bombs, but in a couple of adventure days, he has. Okay. Yeah, and back to Kickstarter on takes place in 1990. Tokyo using Draw Steel action system. They have a Chainsaw Man class. Merge with the spirit of a devil. Oh, cool. Okay. That's kind of neat. I like Chainsaw Man is a cool concept. The more I think about it, the more I didn't enjoy the anime.
It's gross to me. I didn't watch it. Like, nope, it's gross.
Yeah. I really like the concept. I don't like the characters.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out which object devil I might want as a character combined with it instead of just dual. Wait, wouldn't a Doulahan just be your head? What do you mean by that? I need more clarification. I don't like this. I was trying to give him a fin. It's just gonna make him look more like a dinosaur if I give him like little anime spikes.
I don't think so.
I watched a fan-made Gundam Wing animation over the weekend, and like Gundams are terrifying. Like the whole universe for the Gundam universe is fucked up. Which, I mean, I guess that's true for most iterations of things, because, like, Master Chief is the same way. Like, compared to a normal ODST, it's just, like, it's not fair. And the Gundams are just... The Gundams are like nuclear weapons. It's like, this is too much. The object head is a bonfire. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm struggling with this lizard man. I like the jaw concept I have going on, but I'm not happy with the shape. So I think I'm gonna start over a little bit. I might just
like, it also doesn't look super Warforging.
Yeah. That's a good point. I'm doing like cyborg lizard, and it's not not doing it for me. So let's get a good head shape here. We'll make it a little more stubby so it looks a little more Warforged. Then we'll do something like this. Good.
Ooh.
Can't listen to audio dramas I want because the characters are overly verbose for the world building. They said egg-free protein replacement egg omelet instead of something more natural. I'm on like book 7 of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and the first book, the audio book is good, but the first version of it, the author, or the reader, sorry, was really kind of like trying to figure out the characters and almost made me stop listening to it. But by the 7th book, it's great. I would say it's good by the 2nd book, but
I'll be right back.
is that a Warforged?
It's an automaton.
Automaton, right? There we go.
Legally distinct Warforged.
Legally distinct. Yep. Too zoomed in. Get some vague shapes in here, slap some muscles on here. Something like that. So we can really get the shape we want in here. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I want to do something. I'm afraid this is going to look a little too cyberpunky, so maybe I should go a little more robust, a little chunkier. Whoops. Whoopsie doopsies.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I need more chunk and more plate. What is that? Is that a centipede demon? Tons of Japanese stories have a person being a weapon as a metaphor, aka Mega Man. Tons of stories, metaphors like Nuke. Gundam is both. What if one man was a nuke? Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing with, like, I mean, any mecha thing is like, I think Halo's a good example. The Spartan armor is technically looked at as a tank. Like, it's meant to be a vehicle that is piloted by one person, but it's the size of a person, right? So that's interesting. Whereas like Gundam and Evangelion too, it's like, what if instead of it being the size of a car, which is, 4 or 5 people, it's the size of a skyscraper. And it's like, that seems too much. This Gundam is the size of a moon. It's like, okay, something weird has happened.
Were there Gundams that big?
I think there were ships or planets that big, but like space station kind of things.
Okay.
But
'Cause I know, like,
no
in
single
Trans-
piloted Gundams that were that big. But like even in that universe, what I was getting at is like there's people, and then there's like tanks, and then there's like normal sized trooper Gundams, and then there's like Gundam Wing, like, which is just like, that's not fair. Why is it so big?
I want one.
Yeah. Armor AC is essentially about scale. Yeah, exactly. They are just super gosh darn cool. I love them. I never actually watched any Gundam Wing. I just I bought the figures to put them together, and I played a lot of Armor Core.
I watched one Gundam. Yeah. True Gundam series. And I don't remember what exactly it was called. It was like I remember there was a Gundam tournament arc in it.
Okay.
I think I watched more Big O than I did Gundam.
Big O's good. What if Gundam but Batman?
Yep. Actually thought it was Batman for the longest time.
It was
as a
drawn by
kid.
that guy, or I don't know if I don't think it was actually that guy, but like it was inspired by the Batman aesthetic. So
Yeah.
definitely has the vibe.
I think it's like a completely original, like just TV series.
Yeah, I
Not
think
like based off a manga.
Yeah, I think it was made for Adult Swim.
Also, we have a statement from Paizo about Archives of Nessus.
Hit me.
I haven't finished reading it, but I'll share it.
Okay.
We could probably look over it together.
Sure, let's do it. We've never done this before, but let's pop it up.
I mean, we have just read out statements before.
Yeah, but I can show it. That's the thing. I can show it.
For the man, the myth, the legend, Jim Butler, the guy who owns Paizo.
Hell yeah. One of my professors went to college with him, I think.
Because, like, that's one thing I found out, like, Paizo is a privately owned company, not a publicly traded company.
Correct.
Which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing. Of either or.
Alright, here we go. We'll do... Hold on a second. I gotta do this right. Yeah. Dang it. I don't know how this works. There we go.
Gosh, dang it, Bobby.
Transition. Okay, there we go. Archive of minutes, 55 minutes ago. One of the most beloved and widely used resources in Pathfinder Starfinder communities. Play, live, and learn, explore new, build characters, share excitement. We are deeply grateful for everything Archive has done. The dedication, care, passion of the AON, I like that. AON is brought to this network, made the pillar of Pathfinder Starfinder ecosystems. The efforts have supported countless tables, inspired new players, and strengthened the connection between feel of our world. We want to be transparent about our commercial license contract with Naples. We all continue offering the same rules access as it does today under the common use policy. We entered into a licensing relationship with them. The idea was simple. Receive early access products. Wasn't able to... Paizo would receive royalties generated through this. Spatial never materialized, but it wasn't the sole reason we decided to end the license. Okay, so they're not doing it just for the money. Let's see why they say they aren't. License take resources to manage. Okay, that's what I thought. Lawyers to review and follow up contracts. Financial review. Resources must be balanced against our business demands. The use of Paizo artwork on the website also created ongoing confusion about what assets are allowed under the community use policy. Archives placed a legal notice explaining that they had a license to use artwork and other elements, but other sites routinely copied their assets and used them for themselves. Like YouTubers. That created additional work for our legal and licensing teams to draft DMCA and cease and desist notify. Yeah, so that's something that I will take. I probably put a few. Maybe I've put a few of those images because I could take them off the Nathus site because I thought they were for the community use, but maybe that's not the case.
I mean, they are for the community, just not to be, I guess, used in videos and other products.
Yeah, so maybe I'll stop doing that. Except I think it might be different for how I'm using them because I'm not using it as production. I'm always using them as reference images. So like, could I snap that shot? Take a snapshot of the book itself? Probably not. So maybe that is. I'll have to look into that. The use of Paizo artwork on the web also creates ongoing confusion about the assets we're allowed. License to use artwork and other elements, but the site routinely copies those assets for themselves, creating additional work for legal teams. Which I assume they're meaning about other websites taking the artwork. Our artwork mapped worlds and stories are a core part. Yeah, in livelihood, we are always rules for free under the Orc license, and will continue to do so. Rules. We give away the rules for free under the Orc license, and we want to ensure that our policies remain clear, consistent, and fair for anyone who creates content. Yeah, so once again, like, you're allowed to use the rule sets and stuff, but you're not allowed to use the worlds and maps of the stories. That makes sense.
Intellectual property of Paizo.
Mm-hmm. Ending the exception allows us to simplify our policies and protect the clarity of the IP while giving Archives of Nith the freedom to continue operating under the community use policy. There are a number of very successful projects that continue to thrive, supporting Pathfinder, Starfinder, and the Orc license and the community use policy. We're confident the Archive of News will continue under the umbrella for many years to come. When we first broke the news to Archive of News they were going to end the license, we offered a marketing agreement to make the changes less impactful, but those conversations were not concluded before they chose to publish their notice. We remain open to discussing with the Archives about ways to support the site in a manner that is less resource intensive and more productive to Paizo's. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So it does sound to me like they are basically saying...
It seems like they were losing money, but not in the way I think people were thinking.
Yeah, they're losing money because they have to spend resources to manage it, and that they don't have the money to do that right now. So basically, they're gonna make the rules more strict so that people so they just don't have access to give away that stuff that they keep fighting. So
yeah, and I
private
did see
means
a
no
comment
investors.
I did see a comment on like a post that someone says they think a possible reason for the no art thing is because of like AI and everything like that, just
taking
kind
it,
of like stealing it.
That's very possible.
Yeah. So. Interesting, to say the least.
Oh yeah, there's a gun on the size of a planet. That's seems unnecessary. I mean, Gurren Lagann too, right? Like throwing galaxies at stuff gets a little.
Viral energy.
Yeah. On the surface, there ain't no ceiling. I love that series. It made no sense. I mean, it made sense, but it was purposely.
Didn't they ever finish it?
Yeah, it's finished.
Okay.
Yeah, it ended pretty good.
The new Ghost in the Shell anime is out.
I heard about that. I might have to check that out. It looks a little goofier, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I know people were talking about how they're happy that they made Major kind of goofy, like how she is in the manga. So apparently that's like a difference between the manga and the older show. Is like she was a lot more serious in the show
I
than
think
she
in
was in the books.
Yeah, I think the show kind of takes place towards the end of everything going to shit. So
Probably.
who knows? She's very stoic. And
Kid, what's up? Yeah, don't choke yourself with dice, please. Dice, yeah.
he's got big fuzzy dice, and he's just like horking them in his mouth. Yeah, she's very stoic in the anime, in the movie, because she's supposed to be this like battle-hardened veteran. And in the anime, I think she's a lot more kind of goofy anime girl, which is a little very stark contrast. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I dig the Ghost in the Shell universe because it's like kind of post-apocalyptic, but like you're looking at the bastion of a city that functions after that, which is great. You don't get to see that very
Yeah,
often.
it's very like post like reordering of the world type of war situation.
Yeah.
Because like America is like divided up into like I think 3 different nations.
It's like the Republic
had
of
the
America
American
and
Em-
something else.
Yeah, like the Empire of America, the American Empire. I was like, huh? Yeah, it's on Prime, so I have Prime through some friends, so I might watch it.
I think I have Prime. I have Prime because I can get shit delivered to my house like instantly, which is great. So I don't watch Amazon Prime very often though. Stupid Daddy Bezos.
You also have like the luxury of being in a city,
That's what I'm
so
saying. Yeah.
you could probably still get the next day.
Mhm. Yeah, when I have to wait like a week for something, I'm just like, the fuck? What's happening?
Hang on a second, I read that again.
It was more like Appleseed in the manga. Interesting. Okay, I just one of my friends just got all the Appleseed movies. I might have to borrow them. I remember seeing them when I worked at a Hollywood Video and being like, "What is this? This looks crazy." I never watched it. I think I always confuse Appleseed and Bubblegum Crisis because those are both robot cop shows, right? Maybe Bubblegum Crisis is something different. I've never seen either of them, but I saw them that they existed when I worked at Hollywood Video. I used to live near an Amazon building, so dystopian seems 60 vans. Yeah. Appleseed movies range from very good to very bad. Okay, good to know. Uh-oh, what uh-oh? Bubblegum Crisis is a team of superhero vigilantes. Oh. No robots? Maybe I misunderstood that completely. I think I might just be confusing the names then. Oh, they have robot suits. Okay, cool. What's the other one? Shoot. We were talking about Big O. It was Big O, and then there was Bunny? Something in Bunny. Bunny and Tiger? Maybe? That was also on Adult Swim at that time. I think it's Tiger and Bunny. I think that's what it's called. I've never finished that, but I need to.
Dave Buddy Cop anime?
Similar. They're like it's more like One Punch Man in that there's like a superhero organization. And so Tiger and Bunny are two superheroes. One's really, really old, like he's one of the original people, and a new guy, but they have the same power. And so they're like, we're gonna team you guys up, and you have to go out and do stuff. And they kind of hate each other, but then they just kind of learn from each other too, which is great. So it's kind of a buddy cop film, but it's superhero guys in weird mech suits. It's worth watching. I like it.
I would argue having a mech suit is not a superpower.
So
Sorry, Tony.
yeah. No, so initially, they don't have superpowers. The suits make them powerful. Got it. Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say with this one, it's like originally they didn't have them, and that's part of like, hey, it's been 20 years since we started this as an organization. Everybody needs mech suits to augment your superpowers, and one guy's like, that's stupid. I don't want that. It's like, not too bad. That's part of the plot. There was another cop robot film that I like, and I talk about it sometimes. I can't remember. I always forget what it's called. That one was like super 2000s though. Like it's almost a music video instead of a TV show.
But the pretty boy cop and
Yeah.
the robot.
Weird werewolf robot. Shoot, I always forget what the one's called. Oh well, doesn't matter. What time is it here? How are we doing? Yep. Boys in the kitchen again. Be right back. Okay, he's just riding his bike. He's fine. I really gotta get some of those old shows back and watch them, like Outlaw Star. I don't think Outlaw Star finished. I think it got canceled.
It got rebooted.
Did it?
Maybe?
I mean, it was so influential on so many things that I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Okay, now I hear the boy climbing up on my counters again.
You cannot eat.
sickle. I don't know where it went. It's gonna come back and bite me in the ass. I can feel it.
Heat Guy J.
Heat Guy J, that's it.
It's a stupid name.
His robot, he's so hot that he like shoots steam out of all of his vents, which we call him Heat Guy. Hot man.
That is like some edgy dumb shit. Like personified. Like the main character, I think his dad was killed, so he's got like a bullet on a necklace that he wants to use to get vengeance.
And he looks too pretty to be an
Yeah.
edgy guy, and it's just funny. It was a TV series created and directed by the Escaflowne director.
I was gonna say it looks like Escaflowne, to be honest. But that makes sense because I also love that as a Escaflowne is dope.
Yep. First aired on MTV2.
Yeah, that's right, MTV2. Oh damn. And then that became the Viva La Bam channel, and then that was it. That was the downfall of American TV.
That and Beavis and Butthead.
Well, that's the problem. So MTV2, MTV became like reality shows, and so they started putting just music videos on MTV2 because people were like, "Hey, this is supposed to be the music video channel," and then they just started putting all the reruns of the reality shows on MTV2, and it was like, "Well, that's it. We're done." Made me sad. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's my own fault for watching Viva La Bam. Have I only done 2 drawings today? In a weird mood.
I was going to throw a suggestion, but I didn't know how to word it, so I was like, nah, never mind.
King, welcome in. How are you today? Friday will be an early stream. I have some family members coming into town. And I think they're going to be here at like 10 or 11. So I'll probably start streaming pretty early. Yeah. I think their plane comes in at 10. I don't have to go pick them up, which is nice. But yeah, they'll be here by like 11. So this is probably when we'll end the stream on Friday. Just as a heads up. So I'll be streaming earlier on Friday. I think I'll probably have Jump Rope take the car, and so I'll be streaming at maybe 9, 8:30 or 9.
It will be what for me? 12? 11?
Good, and you? I'm doing all right. Cactus Folk Ranger with twin axes. We can do that. It's been a while since I've drawn a cactus. Garan. I did surprisingly draw.
Cactus Folk. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, is there a specific cactus folk now?
No. I was just going to say, I like the Cactus Folk from the Western
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering setting. Thunder Junction.
Yep. That's good stuff. Cactars.
Also, Jay.
That's a different show.
Freudian slip there. Jay also reminds me, for some reason, of the animated Sherlock Holmes
Interesting. I don't think I've ever saw
show.
that. Is it done by the same
So
guy?
basically, I don't know. No. It's a. I think I was gonna say American, but I think it may be a Canadian show, where Sherlock Holmes is when
he
he
goes
like
to the
falls
future?
off the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wakes up in the future,
I remember
and
now.
Watson is a cyborg robot.
I could definitely see that.
Because like both the robot guy and Watson are both really big and bulky. So yeah.
I can get that vibe.
I used to watch it quite a bit on like Saturday morning. It was in the era where they turned everything into a cartoon.
Oh yeah, like RoboCop. RoboCop was a cartoon.
Yep.
Should not have been a cartoon.
Evolution got turned into a cartoon. Men in Black.
Godzilla
The Mummy
2000.
had a cartoon.
The Mummy, yeah.
Yep.
The Mask, also not a kid's thing.
Ghostbusters, but I'm not sure if it was like the Ghostbusters that everyone knew or like the other Ghostbusters, because that's a weird, confusing thing now.
Yeah, there's Ghostbusters and then there's like the true story of Ghostbusters. And it's like, what?
Yep.
The real stories of the Ghostbusters, something like that.
Which a fair number of them are like on Tubi now.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I should check that out.
Which I like Tubi, like even though it's owned by Fox News or the Fox
The Fox Corporation.
TV.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's run by like the better of the sons.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't have
but they
a
recently
problem
put on.
with Fox itself,
Go
but
ahead.
their news corporation is not news anymore, and that's terrifying to me. So
Yeah.
it's entertainment.
So like they recently put the 2 animated Hellboy movies on there, which I really
Nice.
like, especially like
Blood and Iron is really
Blood
good.
and Iron.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was on Netflix for a while, but you get like half of the way through it, and then it would just stop. Like,
no.
It was like, what? So I've never seen like the last 20 minutes of that movie, but it was really good up
Yeah.
to that point. All right, there's my Lizard Warforged. I feel like I need more bandy bits, but that's fine. My Warforged are. I need Jonas. I need to talk to Jonas about Warframe. So I misunderstood what Warframe is about, and I'm very confused.
I don't. So when they were doing the Game Awards like a few months back, they had Werner Herzog do a thing for Warframe where like he just spoke gibberish, like just utter nonsense, and that's what Warframe about. And it's like, yeah, no one can explain what Warframe is about, so you're not.
'Cause I thought it was about like big robots fighting each other, but apparently it's people. And some of
Yep.
them are robots.
You're like in. They're like in like bio-robotic suits.
Okay.
I think that's the situation going on.
It's just Robot Destiny? Okay, that's fine. I was thinking about the
Yeah.
evil psychic cactus in Outlaw Star. Yeah, Outlaw Star was great. Alright, I'm done with this bad boy. Let's do one more at least. It's 11:20. The boy is pacified with Play-Doh at the moment, so... And then I'll go make him lunch when we're done here.
Were you
Lizard.
watching
Robot.
Adventure Time earlier?
I was, yeah.
Okay, because it was like playing loud and clear in Discord. And I was like pretty
Uh-oh.
weird.
Well, we'll see if I get pinged.
It wasn't coming through on YouTube though, because I opened up and I couldn't hear anything.
So YouTube is flat. YouTube is flat with the through OBS, and Discord will try to like amplify and clear voice sounds. So like the Discord and the YouTube things are different, which is why I try to keep the Discord at -6, hopefully.
Discord kind of does its own thing, so it's very weird. Have you seen the new Adventure Time show? I watched. The last one I watched was, I was gonna say Bee and Puppy Cat. That's not right.
Fiona and Cake.
Fiona and Cake. Yeah, that was really good. Poor Fiona. Fiona's a mess. She's just a hot mess. That's her character. Which initially I was like, shouldn't she be awesome because she's Finn? But I like that she is her own character, and I think it worked out pretty well. There's a new one. I think Marceline and Bubblegum are getting their own show. That'd be cool.
Oh yes, give the sociopath a TV show. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Bubblegum is super evil. It's really funny to me. Because she's lawful evil. She's a lawful evil character. It's just like...
Does experiments on her own subjects and... Yeah.
It's Finn and Jake. Oh, nice.
Just evil.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. Just evil. That's all that matters. Just evil. You're not wrong.
Evil.
You're not wrong. Okay. Blue scale dragonborn child sorcerer with draconic bloodline to an ice dragon. Baby dragonborn, ice dragon. Got it. This one's gonna be derpy. That's all there is to it. You got a sneak? Oh, this boy's spinning out. Yeah, let's see how fast we can do this one. Can't remember. Ice dragons are kind of
Pokemon movie.
pointy, right?
So what?
Ice dragons are kind of pointy, if I remember right.
They're kind of like bait a little bit.
Yeah.
At least if we're doing 5e white dragons.
I've got the end game stats done for my game. So now it tracks how much damage, how many kills, how many towers you build and stuff, which is cool. And now that I've got that, I think I can somehow dictate a point system for it so that you get XP after you finish a level. And then we can do upgrades. I can't decide if you die halfway through if you should get XP. What are people's thoughts? Should you only get...
What do you mean?
Should you only get XP for completing a level, or should you get XP regardless of what happens? XP is only for
Maybe get
leveling up, by the way.
Okay. Maybe you only get half XP if you die? I don't know.
I mean, because like with we're back.
Oh, up, Coco. Nico. Yeah, come over here. Here's your Coco. Okay, sorry everybody, I'm back. This is supposed to be a sorcerer, right?
I don't remember.
Well, it's gonna be a sorcerer now.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Finn and Jake. Baby ice dragons.
I had no class,
It did have no... Oh, did it? Okay.
so
More fun for me.
just says with a draconic bloodline of an ice dragon. So I guess that means sorcerer. Without saying sorcerer.
Oh, I got the... I'm talking about the game. So with roguelikes, like every time you play, you get a little of something, right? Like whether it's just gold or whatever. Like if you don't beat the first main boss, you don't really progress. And so my thought is you should really only get like big chunks of stuff for beating a level. But I do want to have lots of levels, so it's not like... I think my thought process is leveling up for characters shouldn't really make you more powerful per se, but just change the way the character works, so you can kind of customize it a little more. So maybe when you beat levels, you unlock characters or get like progression, or maybe it's the other way around. Let me start over. Let me start over and recalculate here, or redefine. So I want to be able to say, like, here's a character, right? You have a little dude. You can change what weapon they have, so that could be like 2 or 3 things. You can change the way their ultimate works, or their special works, or you can start with like extra pearls. So like this time I'm gonna make him fire mage, right? Like you can fundamentally do that. I think that's fun. That doesn't really change the power level of the character. Maybe this does. But it should just shift it. So, like, this weapon is faster but does less damage.
Okay.
So I'm okay giving that out pretty easily. Like, kill 100 guys, you can update all that stuff because you're playing the character and you can get more stuff for the character. But I think, like, unlocking the character... so, like, characters is an option just to unlock. Other things I want to be able to unlock are like different towers. So we have some tower upgrades. Or things like extra lives. Starting the game with extra lives. Or starting the game with extra gold. Those are all things. Or maybe number of towers. Those are all things that maybe you should only upgrade if you beat the level. Or does that feel backwards? Should you reward cosmetics for beating the levels and level up your overall usage with effort? Or should effort be customization and time be the unlockables? Sparrow, welcome in. If that didn't make any sense, I apologize.
Well, it probably would have if I managed to pay attention. My mind just started wandering. So sorry. I'm like,
That's fine.
I feel really bad. Sorry.
I didn't follow any of that.
Nope.
There are 2 different kinds of upgrades. Cosmetic upgrades that are
not power driven. They don't make you more powerful, but they change the way the game is played. And then there are things that I think make you more powerful, like having more lives or having more towers. I don't know how
Okay.
to lock those. Should those be locked with different types of currency? Or should all of it be the same and you can just pick whichever one you want? A good example of this is in Hades, the difference between like finding keys in darkness and getting a reward from killing a boss. Like you get the blood from the boss. Or Dark Souls, right? Instead of buying things, you can buy regular armor with souls, but you need the boss souls to buy special weapons.
Okay. That I get that now.
Okay.
Because I never played Hades or any other roguelike. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I think the boss weapon concept isn't bad. But because I'm not... It would be more like unlocking a new character by beating a boss. And I don't know if that makes sense.
yeah.
Because I guess I'm comparing it more to like Dark Souls leveling up versus buying stuff. You're missing out on Hades. Hades is good. Hades is a fun game. Going back to the PlayStation thing, I'd let you borrow Hades, but it's on Steam.
I have, like...
Do they use
like
Steam share?
I mean, I don't have it, but, like, I'm in a family with my friends,
And that works.
and they have Hades. But I've just never downloaded it
Gotcha.
to play it.
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
I think the closest to a roguelike I've gotten to play is Diablo 3. And a bit of Pathfinder, or not Pathfinder, Path of Exile 2, which my brother got recently.
I would say Neo 2 is actually more roguelike than, because it's session-based. Where you play the same level over and over again.
Because, like, at least with Path of Exile 2, like, when you go into a map, it generates a different map for each instance.
Yeah, but that's
like,
still more of a dungeon crawler than a roguelike.
Oh. I guess I just misunderstand what roguelikes are.
Roguelikes are, you're supposed to die. Like, you die over and over again, and it restarts the game.
Then definitely Dark Souls and Neo
Yeah.
games are definitely roguelikes.
Correct. Yep, they're much more. Dark Souls is it's a roguelike component that has become its own genre. Which usually means like more punishing and really hard, focusing on boss fights more than anything else. Yeah. Skull the Hero Slayer. I haven't played that one. Tied to unlock achievements. Yeah. Which is kind of the thing I'm looking at here is like, maybe I just don't have good unlock achievements yet. And that's the problem.
I guess also I'm trying to like wrap my head around your game being a roguelike. I was like, it's a tower defense game. That ain't a roguelike.
Yeah. Because that's kind of part of the problem. Is like, how do you level up your towers and your characters in a way that doesn't just break the next level, right? Like, starting with all your towers on the next level would feel more roguelike-y. And there's been a few tower defense games that have done that. I think Rogue Tower is one of them. And the concept there is basically like you build your base and you keep adding to the dungeon. Like you keep adding to the things that are swarming you. And so you just go as long as you can until you die. Which is a concept I really like. I think that's pretty cool. And my game is kind of doing that. But I wanted to build out the like story mode version of this where it's like, hey, you're going to play 10 waves and then you're done with this level. But you can level up your character and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. It's a little weird. It's going to be a little weird.
Inscription's my favorite roguelike. Inscription's good. Yeah.
I mean, you're still very much in the drawing board phase of the game. So.
Yeah. The original concept I have is so far beyond where I am right now that it doesn't matter. I'm still fiddling with it. Which is good. Like, it's actually really good. I like the... It turns out one of the things I was designing for so long wasn't fun. So I just basically scrapped it. Which is totally fine. Like, that's good. A good way to be agile in your design. So I guess the question is, if you play the level and you die, and then you get an upgrade for dying, does that make it easier? Because that's how Hades works. Like, so long as you get a handful of keys every time you play, the game slowly gets easier and easier and easier. Because you're leveling up, right? And then you get farther, and then you die again, and you come back, and you get farther, and you die again.
Yeah? What do you got?
You got some crayons? What color do you want? You want blue? Yellow? You want blue? You want blue? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, give that a try. How do we feel about Metroidvanias? I like Metroidvanias. I honestly don't play too many of them. I like the Shovel Knight's great. Rogue Legacy was one of the great ones for me for a long time. But things like Hollow Knight, I love Hollow Knight, like conceptually and visually, but I haven't played through it because they're too long for me to play by myself. I don't get to play a lot of single player games, so. But I like the exception for that is like, I think I've played every Zelda game except the CDI ones, because I love them, and they're different. They're not Metroidvania, but they're adjacent. And a big thing that makes a Metroidvania game is like revisiting areas. Oh, you want the book? You can have this book. It's yours. Yeah. Here you go. This one's for you. Yeah, you can draw on this all you want. There you go. You're welcome. Roguelikes basically make grinding do something interesting instead of being homework. Yeah, that's a fair way to look at it. Silksong's your favorite? Nice. Silksong I think it was done pretty well. I heard only good things. I think it would be really interesting, and this is not something I've implemented in the game yet, about like choosing your base, and that somehow fundamentally changes the way the game works. Like maybe some of the bases have like a regen aura around them, or get more money, have less health, and like those kind of things would be fun to unlock for levels. Beat this level, you get this new base, get a new character. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll link unlock to defeating levels, and then I'll link character upgrades to just time and XP. I think that'll be a good fun way to do it. Alright, I think I'm about done though. It's almost noon. I've drawn a happy little ice lizard man. Like I said, Friday I will be streaming very early, about an hour or two earlier than I normally do. I gotta make a video for tomorrow. We'll see how that goes.
I had a bunch of people say that they liked that I did like 3 or 4 videos in a row about the frog folks. So I might start, instead of doing the long form content, or I might even go back to some of the long form content art I have and just make like short clips for those. I'd like to play around with the puppets a little more. I have some fun ideas for that. The googly eyes are working pretty well for rugby. So I'm going to have to play with that some more too. But that's all I got. That's all I got for today. Getting something different every time you play makes it both more and less formulaic somehow. Yeah, that's a big part of roguelikes that I like. I think Rogue Legacy did a really good job of that because you picked your character, and then you like leveled it up until it died, and then you had to pick your character again. And that was fun. Like a lot of roguelikes don't let you really customize the character. Like Hades does a really good job of that. I think Hades really fine-tuned that formula. But a lot of things like Binding of Isaac, where you only get abilities as you go, I'm less of a fan of, because I played the shit out of that game. Don't get me wrong. Because when it fundamentally changes your character, a lot of times you play a game and you're just like, you don't have fun with it. Because you're like, I hate this. I hate whatever this is. And I'm not enjoying it. What's up, kid? What? What's wrong? Do you need me to hold it? You drawing a bus? Oh, it is yours. You can have it. Why did you bring it to me? He walked up, handed me the sketchbook, and then I like flipped it over, and he says, "Mine," and he took it from me. I don't know what that was about. Check out Skull the Hero Slayer if you want to check out another roguelike. Yeah, cool. I'll check that out. Thanks again for hanging out, everybody. I'm gonna go make some lunch. We'll be back on Friday. Check out the shorts tomorrow. If you haven't gone back and thumbs up, shared, or liked any of the old videos, go and do that. The long form videos, I've been working on one of them, and it's not coming together. So I don't know what I'll do with that. I'll think about it. It might be better as 2 or 3 shorts, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So thanks again. If you do want to check out some of the stuff I'm doing for the game, hang out in the Discord. I might make a game channel in the Discord. Eventually it will need its own Discord, but for right now I might just make a game update tab. If you are a Patreon member and you'd like a key to play the game, please let me know. If you're not a Patreon member and you'd like a key, let me know, and we'll see if I can get those out when I'm happy with the game. I think I need to work on it 1 or 2 more times. I might do a secret stream tomorrow just working on the game. And probably I'll just do it in Discord, but it might be worth doing it on YouTube. I'm not sure yet. So other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody on Friday. Bye, everyone. Of course, thanks for hanging out today.